Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back. This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Shout out to everybody that has been holding me down, has been watching these videos, that have been checking it out. I was in and out of LA last week, man, just working on some things for Virginia, some things I had to get done. And definitely, man, some stuff happened on Friday, and I wanted to talk about it. So, we're going to get two videos today, right? We're going to start off with a SZA video. There's definitely going to be a Drake Spotify video later in the day. Just my thoughts on what that update was that happened on Friday. Spotify issued a statement. But I want to talk about Lana. Lana is here. SZA's been teasing this project for a minute. I saw her perform back at the Brooklyn Navy Yard back in 2023, and she said the deluxe version of SOS is Lana. We've heard her talk about this before. She says it's like a whole other album, and she's been teasing it for a while. So on Friday, we got 15 new tracks that sit right atop the original SOS album, but it's called Lana. So, when you look it up in your DSPs, you search for Lana and it's there. But, you get the first 15 tracks, which are new or newish. A lot of them are leaks that people had heard before, but, presented as new. And then right after those 15 tracks, then you get into SOS, the album that we all know and love, right? So, Saturn is a single that we already know. Songs like Diamond Boy, aka Doing Too Much, BMF or Boy from South Detroit, like fans know the records. These are gonna be new to people. Saturn was released as a single already, but records like Diamond Boy were like leaked onto the internet. So hardcore SZA fans will know what this is. So the project is called Lana because, of course, SZA's real name is Solana, and when she got her first tattoo, the way the story goes, she got Lana because, it costs more to get all 6 letters as a tat. So she just got 4. She got Lana, and that became a nickname for her, and now it's the name of her album. So, the question is this a deluxe or is this a new album? What is it? I posed that question in the headline, and, I seek to answer it, at least from my perspective, right? But, I mean, it's a deluxe. It's a deluxe. They call it a deluxe. It's a deluxe. This is not the first time we've seen this. This is a strategy that artists have used before. Put out a deluxe album. It used to be that the deluxe or the alternate versions of albums had songs at the end of what the original album was. But this is the deluxe with a whole new title and new cover art. And we've seen this before too. The new songs are put right at the front of the album, just a creative way to do things. I don't think this is a whole new album though, so it's a deluxe, so we call it a deluxe. It feels like, and SZA's talked about this, like stuff from SOS sessions or that SOS time period. It feels like additional SOS thoughts, maybe some other things kind of seeped and mixed in there. But here's what she told Variety in 2023. She said it was going to be SOS outtakes and some new songs, but it's become more than I expected. It was going to be really soft because I had made all my screaming points and I just wanted to glide and not think too much and get out of my own head. I was happy to say some shit that didn't mean a fucking thing. Now she says it's definitely turning into its own album, and I guess I could drop a new album randomly because no one's actually expecting that from me right now. But I can't tell if now's the time to be consistent or carefree. On the one hand, it's like, what will Beyonce do? But I'm so deeply inspired by people who do whatever the fuck they want, like Frank Ocean and Andre 3000. Some of my favorite songs were the ones that I dropped on SoundCloud earlier in her career because it was so stress-free. And she told Variety this about a year ago. So, it's like a new album, but like it's unexpected. I can't tell now is the time to be consistent or carefree. This feels like carefree. This feels like, hey, not the pressure of an album, of maybe a total, complete new era, like people say, but it's like an extension. But I mean, there's some new things with it, right? There's the bug mask, and so she's definitely doing things different from SOS, but it feels like an extension from SOS. So, what is it? It's what she defines it as. She's the artist, right? So who knows better than her? I think we spend a lot of times, the reason why I put that in the headline, what is it? Is the album or deluxe? Because I saw a lot of people talking about this on social media. The truth is, it just really doesn't matter. It's just new music. You know what I'm saying? It's new music. Like in 2024, what is an album? What's a mixtape? Everything is so loose by design anyway, right? For me, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the times, like, and again, a lot of these songs leak. Most of the times, leaks don't hit the same. And maybe because I'm an artist myself, but it gets hard for me to listen to music that artists didn't intend to come out. Now, for my favorite artists, like I'll listen to everything and pay attention to everything that drops. I got the appetite for that, right? As we all do for our favorite artists. But a lot of times leaks just feel like it could be unfinished thoughts, and did the artist intend for this to be released? Do I want to hear like somebody's unfinished work? You know what I'm saying? And I think about that a lot. The other thing is when you factor in leaks, first of all, with the streaming era, we get more new music than ever. There's just more new music being released than ever. To keep track of that, plus the leaks, it's like, how do you even keep track of all of this stuff? So I was aware of the SZA leaks. I just wasn't like I didn't take them too seriously. Now that she's like presented, and that's just the fan that I am. Now that she's presented us in this way, I'm like, okay, this is the way that she intended. To me, Lana gets us all on the same page. It's like, okay, there's some intention here. Regardless of all that, too, I think it's a smart move. She's gearing up for this tour with Kendrick. SZA did 63 dates for the SOS tour. Like, she toured the hell out of that album in 2023. So these new records give fans who already went to go see her at SOS a reason to come back out. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to see things that they never seen before. I wonder, it'll be interesting what she does to the set design and things of that nature, and if it's drastically different. But obviously her biggest songs and her SOS songs are going to be in here. But it gives fans who already saw SOS a reason to come back out and experience something different. I'm positive she's going to do Diamond Boy and What Do I Do, and she's going to do Saturn, and she's going to do BMF. So there's going to be new songs that were added to her set list. I'm positive her and Kendrick are going to have a moment on that stage. And I don't know anything. When I say I'm positive, this is still just me speculating because I don't have any inside information. But during that tour, her and Kendrick are going to have a moment on that stage when they do 30 for 30. Why wouldn't they? They're going to have a moment on that stage when they do Luther. Plus, they have, I wonder on that tour if they go far back and do Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Which is I love that record. But they're going to do All the Stars. And I'm just guessing here again. I have zero inside information, but I firmly believe that SZA's going to pop out at the Super Bowl. I think this sets this all up perfectly, and her having a newer project in the world helps with that, right? I feel like at the Super Bowl, I don't know if we'll get Luther or 30 for 30, because the Super Bowl, you do the hits, you do the things that everybody knows, the tried and true records. But at Super Bowl, I think SZA pops out. I think they definitely do All the Stars. I think that's a moment. Every Super Bowl performance has that moment where everybody puts their phone lights up, or, it's the Super Bowl, it's a big budget. So they'll probably give everybody lights in the crowd that they want them to illuminate at a certain time. And I think All the Stars is a perfect moment for that. So I think we see SZA at the Super Bowl if I'm a betting man. And again, I don't know how many new songs that'll do, but that was a big record, and, it's a lights in the air moment. I do feel like PG Lang and Interscope are going to push Luther from GNX as a single. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Luther video. I still think radio is impactful. I know a lot of us don't listen to radio, but radio is still impactful. Hearing a song, again, not like us, right? Big streaming record, but man, we heard that record on radio 20 times a day for those of us who still listen to radio. So I think Luther gets a video. I think Luther gets a push at radio. I think it will benefit them to show us more Kendrick and SZA together. And then I wonder if TDE and RCA, where SZA is signed, because remember, Kendrick is PG Lang and Interscope. SZA is TDE and RCA. So these are two different budgets. These are two different teams working this in essence. I wonder if they'll push 30 for 30 as a single. And what does that look like if you're pushing either Luther and 30 for 30 at the same time, so you get like this double dose of Kendrick and SZA, or if they kind of time it and work together where it's like Luther first and 30 for 30 second, or 30 for 30 first and Luther second. And then by the time you go out on the road and have the build up, you got two records that are out there, like and really big with videos and just moments and stories behind it. I wonder if it'll be interesting if they can actually get both duets to work at the same time. That'll be fun. Um, but then, the business side is like, do they cancel each other out? But again, I think these are two big enough artists where imagine if they were both working the duet at the same time. That'd be fun. That'd be cool to see. But they can also do it where they kind of work one and then work the other and let each song have its moment. But I don't think it's a coincidence. It's absolutely not a coincidence that we have a duet on GNX and we have a duet on Lana from Kendrick and SZA, and they're going on tour. I think they're swinging, you know what I'm saying, and they're going for these big moments and kind of gonna really make these special moments. I also like how both songs play off popular samples. Luther, of course, If This World Was Mine. 30 for 30 is I Call Your Name from Switch, which Rich Boy also used. So there's some nostalgia tied to both of these records as well. And there's a similar energy. As far as 30 for 30 goes, a lot of people are asking if there's some subs in there, right? Look, man, Dot is absolutely talking spicy. I don't think they're the craziest disses. They're not the I don't think it changes anything, right? But he's absolutely talking spicy in there. I just don't think it's gonna reunite. I think both him and Drake are gonna be talking spicy for some time, but the battle is done. But he's absolutely talking spicy. But going back to the album, going back or to the Deluxe project as far as Lana, I've been listening all weekend. I like it for what it is. Again, it just put me in a really good mood, just kind of driving around. I was finishing up some Christmas shopping and things like that, and just listening to the album, going through the mall, listening to the album in the car, driving back and forth, listening to the album. 30 for 30, I think is a dope record. Like I think that's we're gonna hear a lot more of that record. I really love Kitchen, Diamond Boy, which have been out, but I'm glad it kind of fits in the context of something. What Do I Do? Scorsese Baby Daddy, I like. BMF, I like. My Turn, and I'm still going to count Saturn, right? Because even though that was released as a single, I think Saturn is a great song. Like all of these, those are probably my favorite records off the top. 30 for 30, Kitchen, Diamond Boy, What Do I Do? Scorsese Baby Daddy, BMF, My Turn, Saturn is what stuck out to me off the top. And shit, that's a lot of records for a Deluxe. Again, a lot of people treat Deluxe records or it's where you get the throwaways. And, a lot of these songs could work for me. Like a lot of these songs I think end up being, when we look back at SZA's career years later, a lot of these songs end up being favorites. I think Diamond Boy stays in the set list, so to speak, even years later. You know what I'm saying? I think 30 for 30 is a special record. So, they did a really good job with this, man. I liked it as a fan. I liked it. I wonder if SZA gets a number one album off of this. I wonder if this is enough to get her back to number one. I think she will. If I'm betting, I didn't look at the numbers. I'm just going blind. But I think she absolutely can get back to number one. I think she will. I think it'll be a dope story. And I also wonder, and this I don't know, I'm going to do some investigating. I'm going to do some asking around. I wonder if this Deluxe project, I wonder how it works. Does the Deluxe project, artists when they sign contracts, let's say they sign a contract for 5 albums, 6 albums, 7 albums, whatever it is, 4 albums, 3 albums. Everybody's different, right? But I wonder if this Deluxe, I wonder if Lana counts towards, or if it still is just like SOS. I wonder if it counts towards her album requirements with the label. I don't know, but and that's just like an interesting thing about how the business works out. But if I find the answer to that question, I'll let y'all know for sure. But that was it, man. I thought this was dope. This was a dope moment, and I think really what this does is this is setting us up for a Super Bowl moment, and this is setting us up for a really exciting tour, which I can't wait to see. I think I'm gonna catch a couple of shows in a couple of different cities is my plan right now. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this new SZA project. Let me know what y'all think about Lana. And, hit me up in the comments. Like, subscribe, all of that. And, check out for the next video. I'm definitely going to talk about this Drake Spotify thing, all right? That's going to be the next one y'all see. Till the next time. Peace.